And people, where was that? Oh, example. I got so much examples.
That's
Not
not
English.
English.
When I was on vacation, I was taking notes like a high schooler
Scribe.
exam taker.
High schooler.
I got so much content for days. Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast. It's the podcast where we talk all things marketing, networking, branding, pantalones. You never know what it's going to be, but it's all the things. It's everything you need to know and everything you didn't know you needed to know, but soon you'll know. And won't you know greatness? Yes, because I'm one of your co-hosts, Princess Paula, along with my other wonderful co-host, Tara B. And together, the two of us with pantalones are Royally Unhinged. That's right, friends. It's summertime in the Midwest, so I'm only wearing half my pants. Because I don't have to. Because it's such a short pantalone season. So, we're so glad you are here. Welcome to season
3
of Royally Unhinged. We're so excited to be over a year in. How many episodes, Tara?
I think we're at...
Lots.
Well, we had 2 seasons of 33 episodes.
I should have prepped her for this.
And then we had some prequels.
We're in the 70s.
It's in the 70s.
And not just shorts weather in episodes.
We might be at 6... Sure.
Okay, so who are we? We're so glad you're here. If this is your first time checking out the podcast, howdy. We're really glad you're here. If you're a regular, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a long time. So who are we? We are your hosts for today, but I am Princess Paula with Princess Paula Consulting. I'm a professional talker, speaker,
Not today.
AI trainer, MC for all of your galas and events.
Forgetter of starting our stopwatch.
Whatever. And who are you?
Who
am I?
I am Tara B. With Dabber Dog Marketing. So I do all the marketing things, the website things, the branding things, all the things to do the things that your things need to be happening.
Way to sell yourself.
Thank you.
Together, the two of us combined have eons of marketing experience, branding, networking, all of the things. So we come to you every week. We're going to make you laugh. We're going to help you learn. We're going to give you little nuggets, little chicken nuggets, little cheeky nuggets. We're going to give you nuggets that's going to help you
Golden nuggets.
in your business.
The business.
All the things. And yeah, we're going to sometimes be a little unhinged, go off the rails, all of the things. And hey, tell the fine folks at home about sponsorship opportunities.
You can sponsor us in 2 different ways. Well, there's probably more than 2, but the 2 that I'm going to talk about, if you want us to just sit right here and we'll talk about your business and just plug you right here. Ding! This is where your logo goes.
Ding!
We will talk about you. You can sponsor us that way. Otherwise, if you want us to come out to your residence, we can do that as well. That you can sponsor us. We will pack up our stuff. We will come out to you. We will focus our topic for that day about your industry and all the wonderful things that you do in life. And yeah, so there's 2 different ways. You can go to the website, fill out the contact form, do that.
Awesome. We'll talk about you in a nice way. Not like the people on Facebook that are not nice. But they still talk about
They're
you.
mean.
Meanie, bo beanie. Okay, so every week we're going to have a topic that we kind of dive into or a situation or something cool to draw from that to tell you how this can really help you grow your business. Because tell you what, you got into business because you're passionate about something you make or something you do.
You changed the tables.
Because this is how they're supposed to be.
I know, but
the first 2 episodes, it dawned on me because I was like, why am I so crowded on the table? I can usually have the iPad there and my cup. And I was like, why was it so crowded? I was like, I have the snake.
Well, and
I'm not supposed to have the snake. I was like, we didn't switch the tables. We turn the tables. Every season we swap spots.
Turn the tables. Adele.
Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, that's funny that you caught that because...
Well, it was like my cup's so much further away from me now. I was like, I don't think it was like that before.
You're so far away from me. If you're listening right now, you're like, what are they talking about? In our podcast studio, we have a little setup here. And of course, we have a Harry Potter theme to all that we do. And so Tara is the snake.
Slytherin.
And so, yeah, any hoodly. Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
So I have a couple of things that are going to be tied together today, but it really is, where should we start? Let's start with this one. So like I was saying before Tara just realized about the tables, you got into your business. You do what you do because you're passionate or you have a skill about something you make or something you do.
You have a special set of skills.
You are like, I'm really good at this. I should make a business about this. Or you might have just fallen into it. Like not everybody that watches or listens to us is an entrepreneur. Perhaps you're working for a company and you're just like, hey, how can you guys help me make more money and get big bonuses and stuff like that? But regardless, you're trying to find a way to get more customers because more customers equals more sales, equals more money in the cash register, equals more money in your bucket.
Your bucket.
So everybody is on a quest to figure out either how to get leads or how to help people find you. That's really what all of us are doing. When you get up every day and you're making things in your basement for your Etsy store, or you are trying to get people to walk in the door of your
brick and mortar.
Yep. You're always going, how can I get people to find out about me? And that's why you hire people like Tara and I, or you find other marketing companies, or you dance on TikTok and Instagram because you're trying to get found. So we're going to talk today about how people find you and getting found. Lost and found. Now that I found you.
Start singing some song.
What was yours?
Now that I'm found. Nope. I just made it up. It's not a real song.
All right. So my family recently went on vacation, which is good to do. And no surprises, or no, because we're not on vacation anymore, so I can spill the beans.
Everything's okay with them. They came back.
We went to Hilton Head Island in South Carolina. Now, here's what we're going to get into today. I just want to lay down, take a nap. Before going on vacation, we were trying to decide some of the things that we're going to do. Now, I don't really want to ask you this on the spot because if you get the answer wrong, I don't want to do that to you. But even for people out there in watching land, in podcast land, wherever you're watching.
In fun land.
Where are people more and more these days getting information and finding people? I'm hoping she says the answer I'm looking for.
Where are they finding information?
Like if you're going to find out about a business or find out about things or locate things.
Most of the time you ask a friend.
Yep, that's not what I'm going for.
Or you go online.
I'm looking for TikTok.
Or you go on TikTok.
Yeah. So Tara made fun of me in a recent episode saying, are you on TikTok a lot? Yep. You know who else is? Your customers. And other people. Let me explain. Oh, she's side-eyeing me. She's side-eyeing me. Let me explain. Don't you side-eye me there, lady. Let me explain. This is important. People need to know. Especially, so I have younger children. They're in their late 20s. Not younger. They're younger than me. They're whatever. Not millennials. What comes next? Gen Z. Why? GZ. Gen Z. Millennials are
Yeezy.
Here's what you need to know. People are looking for you on TikTok. So before we went on vacation, my husband, my kids, everyone was looking on TikTok for things to do in Hilton Head Island. And they were literally looking up Hilton Head things to do. And there was only one thing my husband wanted to do when we went on vacation. And there was a certain burrito place, which I won't mention because I don't want to give them too much free advertising. But in all of his research on TikTok, because we're not as much on Instagram Reels type family, we like TikTok better. So he was like, the only thing I want to do while I'm in Hilton Head is go to this burrito place. I was like, okay, great, not a problem. And the kids had other places, again, by looking on TikTok, they had found all of these places, ice cream places, coffee places that they wanted to check out. But the main thing on our agenda was this burrito place. All right? Mm-hmm. You with me? Mm-hmm. She's with me. So the day we land in Savannah, because that's where you have to land, then you get in a car and you drive to Hilton Head. We're waiting at the luggage carousel to get the luggage.
This is the luggage carousel.
I'm making motions. If you're listening right now, I'm enacting. This is an interpretive podcast.
Oh, God.
So we're at the baggage claim.
Carousel.
Sounds like. And there were little screens, digital screens at the carousel. Side note, off the rails for a second, put a pin in this, travel with me if you will. I've never thought of this for advertising for some of my clients. So we need to tuck this away in yield box. Because when we were waiting at the carousel, the baggage claim, they had little digital advertisements. And lo and behold, what do you think was advertised on said screens?
The burrito place?
Yep. So as we're standing there in Savannah, which is an hour away from the burrito place, there was an advertisement for it there. And we were like, oh, that's the place that we want to go. Look at that. How cool is that? So, and I was standing there thinking, I need to remember this. Like some of these cool digital marketing places that are actually really good. Because as we're standing there waiting for our luggage, that can be a lot of standing time.
Yeah.
And we were looking at this going, well, we should check that out. So if you're sitting here, just one of those other marketing type opportunities for you to think about other than what you're doing.
I think advertising in an airport is a brilliant idea, though, just in general. Because then if you have people that are coming from all over the world,
Especially for food places.
Especially for food places or
activity places.
That's what I was going to say next. Sorry. Activities, events, all that sort of thing. So if you have something like that, or you have an event coming up, like advertising in an airport is a really great way to trigger the little light bulb, bing, for people to go see you.
Righto! So, we get down to Hilton Head. We're there, day 2. We decided like, okay, we're going to go to this place for breakfast because after looking at their menu, they had some pretty amazing breakfast burritos. So we go down to this place, and I'll be honest with you. It's not like on a main strip. It's not like you have to kind of go looking for it.
The best places like that, though, are always holes in the wall. Like it's
right, but it was just like, you know, we had to plug it into the old GPS and go there. So we go to this place, and we've talked in previous episodes about, again, first impressions, what your experience is like. So we get to this place, again, great, super clean, really nice. You walk in, but we got there and, you know, we'd all looked at the menu. They had a really wide variety of things that was super good. And when I got up to the counter to pay for our breakfasts, I said to the guy there, I was like, hey, I just want you to know we came here because my husband saw a video on TikTok and that's why we're here. Like you were the one place that we wanted. And the guy at the register was the manager. Mm-hmm. And so we start talking about it. And he's like, really? He goes, that's so funny because we really don't do much on social media. Mm. And he's like, we really don't do a lot of marketing, but we hear that all the time. Like people tag them. And so let me pause here for a minute. Because this is something I think that people don't always realize about TikTok or Instagram with social media. There's kind of two sides, two ways that this can happen for you. Either you are making content yourself, where you're creating videos, you're creating content, and you're putting it out there on Instagram or TikTok.
Yep, Burrito.
Or other people are creating content for you. They're coming to your restaurant, they're coming to your cool place, and they're making videos and they're tagging you. Mm-hmm. So there really are two ways to be showing up. That being said, you can jump in on your thoughtsicles on this. Like that's why I think it's important to have accounts, even if you're not active, having accounts that people can tag. Because then when people tag you, you can always just repost the content that people are creating for you.
If that's what you're doing, then yes. So I have a couple thoughtsicles.
Engage.
So I want engage. So my first thing is that when you said TikTok and everybody's on it, when I gave you the side eye.
Rude!
Because I disagree. I don't think everybody is on TikTok. All of the clients, all the customers are on TikTok. I do not go on TikTok like ever. Like ever, ever. I go on Reels or it's YouTube.
I think we need to do a survey.
Survey says.
I think we need to do a survey out there.
We could do it.
And here's why. I recently was asking my daughter-in-law, again, this 20-something in their late 20s, because I was talking to a business that has a venue for weddings. and he was trying to figure out like where do people go to find wedding venues to find out about that and all like the bachelorette type stuff. So I asked my daughter-in-law, I said, where do you and all of your friends go? And she's like, we all go to TikTok. And I do that when I'm looking for something to do in a city. I go to TikTok, and that's how I find like restaurants and venues and activities and all kinds of things. So why don't you? Why are you not? I'm curious. Why
I used to be on TikTok all the time. I don't go on there anymore. It's just...
Tell me why. Tell me more.
I don't know, my feet. She's doing the trick. She's doing the trick that you should always do when you're out networking. Tell me more. Tell me more. Like, does he have a car?
She's going into her Muppet mode. Engage Muppet mode.
So I was on it for a really long time, and I have a couple pages on there still. Like, I have one for my other company that has like 11,000 followers on it. Or 11.7, I think, to be exact. Just saying.
Why are you not?
It's just different.
Is it because of when it went down?
No. I mean, that's not the
reason. It's very salesy now.
It's very salesy now, and it's just not, I don't know, it's just not the app that I get most of my information from. Like, I'll go on there.
You used to know.
Like, I go on there and I post for like one of my clients every once in a while, but that's really all I go on there for. Like, it's not showing, and I know I could probably go and I can change the algorithm if I go and like search in puppies, and then I like all the puppy videos and like whatever. Like, I can change the algorithm. I just don't care to.
Okay, let me ask a follow-up question, a curiosity question. I have a curiosity question. I want a shirt that says curiosity question. Kind of like that. Focus. So if you were going to go out and about today, if today was a day off and you were going to go find somewhere cool to go to in town or some fun restaurant, what would you do? How would you find one? How would you? Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I so badly in real time, which we can't do because all of our phones are recording right now.
Or Gemini. If I'll just go to Google.
I really want to do this. Here's what I really want to do. And we should do this after we're done, which is, it'd be really cool to do this in real time. But for you to use Gen AI, like used to use AI, and I use TikTok, and see if we come up with some of the same things and what kind of... Oh, this is fascinating. Hold on. This whole conversation is going in a direction I didn't expect, but I'm very loud. I'm very, very happy about this. And for those of you listening and watching, this is key. This is why marketing isn't cut and dry. This is why anyone that comes along and just says, just do this. I'm like, there's always a asterisk.
There's always more.
There's always an asterisk. This is
pillow back.
Fascinating. Take this pillow. Because you will go to an LLM to discover things, and I will go to TikTok to find things.
For example, like when I go around and do my antiquing, if you don't know, I love antiquing.
Slightly obsessed.
It is the best thing in the world.
Could be a problem.
If you have not seen my barrister
Needs therapy.
that I posted a video on, go and look at it because I have all the antiques and amazing things in there. Anyways.
I thought a barrister was a lawyer.
It is. It's a lawyer's bookcase. It's a barrister bookcase.
Oh.
It's interchangeable. Anyways. So I love antiquing. So when I go and try and find different antique places, flea markets, whatever, I literally just go to Google and I use Google search as I would use chat and ask it a question. Like, best flea markets near me, or flea markets with antiques near, or like I'll put in a phrase.
Has it been pretty accurate?
Yeah. And then Gemini will pull up like Google listings and stuff like that. I feel a sneeze coming on. It will pull up listings, but it will give like a description like, oh, if you're looking for this or this, blah, 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 like all that stuff. But then most of the time it down at right below where Gemini is, it gives the different videos. So sometimes it will pull from Reels, or it will pull from YouTube, or it will pull from TikTok or whatever. So it's like for my search engine, like if I'm looking for something to do, like that's fascinating my main source, because it pulls stuff from all the other sources that are out there. So that's why I use it. Like it includes TikTok in there, but Only if
I
there's
feel
stuff
like we
relevant.
need to do a deep dive. Or actually, I'm sitting here going, we need to do an offsite. We need to do a half day offsite, you and I, to go and do some more intel. Like, I really want to go.
We'll just have one day TikTok just tells us where to go.
No,
like
like,
what should we do?
Well,
or-
you and I just kind of go sit somewhere and kind of flesh this out a little bit, because I actually think this is super valuable for our listeners and watchers and followers and subscribers and stalkers, that for them to know this and for us to have on hand, because so again, we need a little bit of info, and it would be super fun just to be like texting people or calling people, like spend 1 hour kind of reaching out to all kinds of people and say, where do you, like, if you're going to go on a trip somewhere, where are you finding your info?
Take a little trip.
Then to do a little bit of a deep dive, because we know for most LLMs right now, like chat is pulling from Reddit and LinkedIn. I'm not sure where, well, Gemini is probably pulling from itself. Claude, finding out where that's pulling from. So finding out where they're going primarily to pull from, because I think that's
I did just have this conversation with one of my clients. They were wondering where each one of the AI
yeah, and I know some of
bots
them
are coming from. I think, was I talking to you about this
could have
after
been.
I talked to them?
And I might go to my Minnesota Women in AI group to even ask them, because we have
I'm
a Slack
assuming
channel.
that it's always going to keep changing too.
It is. That's just it. It keeps changing. But then I'm just curious about, I'd love to do some kind of a pool, like take 1,000 people or do a bit of a survey to find out where are people finding their information and
We
which
can send
age
out a
group.
mass newsletter to all of our clients. See last episode.
I think we need to do like a little Google survey, like a quick 5-question survey. People's name, or not their name. Sorry, no.
We
their
don't need
age,
your name. We need your age.
their age, even maybe their gender.
I would say gender.
What industry? Well, that doesn't matter. Just like your age, your gender, and when you're searching for this, where do you go? Like, tell us what you're choosing.
Do you understand why I gave you the side eye earlier?
But I find something like this so curious and fascinating for a couple of reasons. You know, anyone that comes along, they're like, do you want to buy it? Like, sometimes people come to you and they're like, you need to do this. Well, we're just breaking that right here.
Okay, so another example. So I'm looking, we've talked about before, at some point we're going to get tattoos and potentially record it and all the things that might be an episode soon.
Terrifying.
But recently, because I've had a reason to get a whole separate tattoo recently. So when I have an idea, I started with what I wanted. I wanted the red ribbon, and then I wanted some floral aspect. Well, I came across this floral aspect that I really, really loved. So I went to chat to see a mock-up of it first, but then did I go to TikTok to type in blood cancer tattoos, or did I go wherever? Like, no, I went to Pinterest. So it's like, depending on...
But see, that's where I go for tattoos. Actually, Pinterest is one of the best places to go to for tattoos.
Ironically, for what I was actually looking for, Pinterest was the least helpful in this situation.
Oh my
but
gosh. Oh, Tara, this
that's
is
why
so
it's
good.
like, but we talk about it all the time, because when people are asking, when you do your AI talk, like, people are like, well, which one should I be using? Which one should I? It's like, you should be using all of them.
But also, you're going to pick the one.
You're going to have your main focus.
I'm kind of getting annoyed right now. And I had this
Your
conversation.
main squeeze, if
Yes.
you will.
Because.
Then you're going to have your side chicks.
But whether it's AI or like this can be for a lot of things when it comes to marketing, because I always keep coming back to the whole example of phones. That if someone were really to say, like, oh, you can only use iPhones. Well, the people that use Androids love Androids for a different reason. And the people that use a Google phone.
Android people making fun of me all the time because I have like 5 phones that do different things.
But now we're seeing that happen in the AI world, that people are like, I only use Claude. I got rid of my chat subscription. Or else there's people that are like, I've only been using chat. Like, I don't want to, it has my whole brain. And I keep coming back to it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one you use. Find the one that you like, because it's no different than if someone says, oh, don't use iPhone because it's dumb. Only use Android, which people do.
Yeah.
But we have to remember, you can choose whichever one you want.
So I'm going to go back to what you originally said, because you said everybody's on TikTok. Not everybody is on TikTok. I am not on TikTok. I guarantee my entire family, nobody has TikTok. Nobody. I'm the only one, and it's because of the field that I'm in. But nobody goes there. If they're going to search something,
Okay,
mom, for example,
hold on.
Cindy.
Wait, hold on. Paul's getting her serious pose. Okay.
I feel so short right now.
I'm sitting up straight like the queen. Okay. Dang it. See, the thought can go that fast. Because I'm sitting here going from a marketing perspective, and I think this is something that you and I talk about often, that there isn't necessarily one. Like, there's lots of ways to do things, and it's choosing the one. It all comes down to which one will you do consistently.
Yes.
So I don't care. I'm not going to come along and say, you should, again, we get back to not shoulding on people all the time. You should do this. You shouldn't. You do what you're going to, like, what makes sense, what you can afford, and what you'll do.
What fulfills your soul.
Because, this is fascinating. This is fascinating. I wasn't prepared for this. And my brain is like.
The route that this whole topic was going to go completely went.
No, yes and no. Because I get back to the burrito place.
Yes.
And I'm standing at the cash register and I'm having a conversation with the manager. And I was like, hey, we found you on TikTok. And he's like, that's funny because all these other people post videos and tag us, but we're not really doing any marketing. I said, well, it's working because we're here and we're from Wisconsin. And we came here and specifically, like, the only thing on our agenda was to come to this place because we saw a video and my husband went nutso over what he saw in this video. Super effective. And I also told him that we saw the thing in the airport, which just kind of confirmed things for us. Was it super expensive? Yep. All of us sat there after and went, how much did we just pay for this? Was it to die for? Also, yes. Like, the food was phenomenal. So what was interesting is I was standing at the counter talking to the manager, and it was funny because the manager goes, yeah, we're not really doing much for marketing. Like, we really don't put much out there on social media or whatever. Like, I think we have someone, but they're not really doing anything. And then he goes, see that guy sitting over there in the white shirt? He's the owner. You should go talk to him because he's the owner. So I did.
Of course she did.
Because I'm Princess Paula with Princess Paula Consulting, where we treat everyone like royalty.
Shameless.
So I went over and started talking to the owner and having the same kind of conversation. But ironically, what was funny is he goes, no, actually, we spend a lot on marketing. Or he said something like, no, we do have someone that does our social media and we spend a lot on that or whatever. And I was like, awkward moment. But like, maybe you should talk to your manager. But then what was interesting, so we went to eat our food and they had all these tables outside and our whole family is sitting there enjoying our food. And the manager came out to talk to us and he was like, so what do you think? How is it? And he had a great conversation with us. I started asking him about his employees and how long they've been there. And he's like, yep, they've been here for a long time. And like the shortest one, like we were kind of talking about retention. Because again, our whole family had such a good experience. So really good food. So he had a really good product, really good experience going through the line, talking to the people, getting your food, getting your coffee. So hitting all those markers, right? Like he was, I don't want to say easy to find, but we had already heard about them. So they were doing their marketing. Then they had a really good product and then a good experience, customer experience. To me, those are all
the trifecta that you want to hit.
Exactly. Because whoever you are watching, listening to this right now, first thing you want to do is make sure you have a good product. Whether your product is something tangible that I can hold or eat, or if your product is the service you're providing, you're an electrician, you're a coach, you're a instructor, right? That's your product. So is that good? Do you have a good product? Is your marketing good? Like, are people finding you? You can have the best burrito in the whole world, but if no one can find you, you're going to have a whole bunch of tortillas just stacking up.
Those are going to get moldy.
Moldy
fast.
Tortillas. You don't want a moldy tortilla.
You don't want a moldy tortilla.
Next
New shirt idea.
Yes. So good product, good marketing, and then the customer experience. So again, you can have the best food, and we hear about this all the time. Great food or a great product. And people, where was that? Oh, example. I got so much examples.
That's
not
English.
When I was on vacation, I was taking notes like a high schooler exam taker. I got so much content for days while I was on vacation because your girl never turns it off. I'm always turning it on. So when we were in the airport, okay, example, customer service matters, you guys. Customer service matters. When we were in the airport, Savannah Airport, getting ready to come back to Minneapolis, my husband and I went to get a little sandwich. We were famished, wanted a sandwich. So there was some eateries in the airport. You're following along. So we decided to go to one said little restaurante, little place, and get a little sandwich. Tara, the gal behind the register that was helping us, I came so close to saying something. Both Matt and I came so close. So first of all, she's on her phone when we walk up, and she's just on her phone. And then when she gets ready to take our order, it was like we were inconveniencing her, like painfully.
Oh, I got a story.
Painfully. And she was dismissive. And like even her body posture was like, oh, what? And she was like rude. And you could tell that she was tired and not like both Matt and I. We felt like we were being a bother trying to ask for our food and pay for our food. And both of us, like when we walked away and discussed it later, I wanted to say to her, do you just need to go home? Like, it's clear you don't want to be here and you don't want to be doing this. And you certainly don't want to be helping me right now, but which I get. But you, like I was in a great mood, a happy mood before I walked up. She took my mood down so much. You can have the best product in the world, and if you don't take time to train your employees, talk to your employees, you can hire me and I'll come and do the fish philosophy with your people.
Choose your attitude.
Help them and how to make their day. It was so negative and so bad, and it was so expensive. 2 bagel sandwiches cost something stupid like $45. It was dumb, like so expensive. And we had such a bad negative experience. You guys, I cannot tell you this enough. Stop.
I have 3 examples.
Engage.
Okay, I'm going to do the not great example first, just because she gave one. So there was a couple weeks ago, I wanted to get a little snack because I hadn't eaten all day and I was on my way to go pick up my kid or whatever. So I just pre-ordered on the app, because you can do that now, and then just go through a drive-through at most places and just tell them your order number and pick it up, whatever. So I ordered it on the app, and then I went through the drive-through to pick it up. So I got up to the thing, the speaker, and it was like, hey, would you like to blah, blah, blah? And I was like, hey, I have an order to pick up for Tara. And they're like, okay. And she said something, and it was like, okay, go ahead and pull forward or whatever, but it was like muffled, so it was like
hard to hear.
Yeah, it was hard to hear, but normally I just say like, this is my order. They say, okay, go ahead. And there was like one other car ahead of me. So I get up to the window and I was like, I have an online order to pick up for Tara. And the manager was standing there. There was the gal that I was talking to in the speaker that was sitting on top of the counter.
Oh my gosh. Ew, no.
That's already in my head. I'm like, So then the manager like opened the window and he's like, did you have the blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah? And I was like, no, I had the online order for this. And he's like, he asked the gal next to him, like, well, what's going on? She's like, yeah, I told her to stay there and wait a second, and she didn't. And now she's here. And I heard her say this. And then he looked at me and he's like, you're going to have to pull around again and go through a drive-thru again. And I was like, why? Like, why? Well, our system just gets out of order if we don't do it that way. I'm like, it's an online order.
Yeah.
Like, how does that even make sense? So, like, this experience that I had, it just kind of irritated me. So then I went back around again and I said, yep, here again for my order for Tara.
I was just at the window.
It's just there. And I was getting a little snippy because they were a little snippy back and whatever. Yeah. So then I grabbed my food and I just left. I'm like, I'm not going back to this place ever again, which is really sad because it's not too far from me. That's a bad experience.
So again, you can have a great product. They have a great product, which you love, but because of the experience, they just lost a customer because of the customer service.
And I'll go to a different one in a different place, a different town, whatever. But the one specifically up here, I will never go to again because of that. So that's bad experience. 2 good experiences.
Wait, can I pause you for 1 second? Because when we talk about the flywheel, and when you especially have a product that people can buy on repeat and come back again. So this is why it's important, because people are always worried about leads and getting new leads.
Yes.
But if you have customers know, like, and trust you and come back for repeat business, then you don't have to worry about getting new leads all the time. But if you irritate your customers, give them a really bad experience to where they go, I'm never going back there again. That was just an easy repeat sale that you just lost because of customer
For however
service,
long. And
which is something that's fixable. I mean, you can't always put yourself in front of people so they see you and find you. But if they've already found you, they're in your store, they're giving you dollars for something, and then you ruin it because you've treated them bad, that was preventable.
That was
absolutely preventable.
Yes. Only you can prevent forest fires.
Continue.
So 2 really good experiences. So one, there's a local fast food chain that's up here as well. And everybody in the town actually knows of this lady. She is the most positive, upbeat person. When you get to the window, you go through in your order, she's like, how you doing, doll? Like, she's like throwing it at you. She's like making it fun. She's like the super smart. They did articles about her.
Wow.
Not just on a city level. Like, she was in like the Pioneer Press or something.
Cool.
Like, she's the one, like, and then I think she got elevated. She got
promoted.
Promotion. Thank you. She got promoted, so now she's off doing like anything else. But like the lines when she was working the days that she was working, the lines were crazy because she was just so upbeat, so happy, so fun. Like, it made the experience amazing. So that's happy experience number 1. The other one, which actually just happened to me last week, some of you know I'm going through some stuff health-wise with my father right now. So like all of this was just happening, and I picked up the kids from school, or oldest from school, and I was like, she just had one of her big presentation things. So I was like, oh, let's go to. I am gonna name the name of this one. I was like, let's go to Starbucks and I'll get you a cake pop because just a little treat. Like, she did really awesome. Like, let's go to and get stuff and I'll get a fruity drink or whatever. So we went to Starbucks. I ordered this stuff. I get to the window. I grab the cake pops, hand them to the kids. And this was the smallest thing, but it made such an impact on me. And I did post about it, I think, on my stories or something. So you might have already seen it. But the drink that I got, and sometimes they write on it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they just write your name. Sometimes you get nothing. Sometimes you get a flower. I don't know. It just, there was a message on the cup that I got, and it just said, you rock. And it was, no, I'm not going to get emotional. But it was just like the smallest little thing, and it made my day. And the experience of it was so amazing. Like, I will always keep coming back to that place. I will always keep going back to Starbucks.
Okay, I will top this off with this because we're along the same. This is why I love the fish philosophy, and that I get to go and speak on the fish practices, because one of the practices is make their day. And how subtle. So something like that, it took 20 seconds for them to grab a Sharpie and write on the cup. Yes. And the difference that made. I also went to a coffee franchise before coming to the studio today to record. And the gal, never seen her, new barista, Chiquita, behind the counter. And she was like, gosh, you look great. That outfit's fantastic. How you doing? Like, she was so kind. And I was like, you are amazing. The difference between what you're hearing here, like Tara saying something as simple as just saying, you rock, being present, that woman that they would line up to go to the store, versus the horrible experience I had with the gal behind the cash register, just not wanting to be there, being grumpy, tired, just on her phone. If you're wondering why you're not getting sales and why you're not hitting your goals and you're not that $1 million person yet, whatever it is, what is the experience that people are having? And something as simple as, like, you want to line up outside your door? Do you want people lining up? Because when you give them a great experience, I'll give one more. Like, we could go on for days.
I really could. I mean,
this is not rocket science. Once again, we were in Hilton Head on vacation. We were going to a different ice cream place every night. # gain 10 pounds. Every night there's enough ice cream places, and apparently it's a thing on the island. So one night we found a gelato, an Italian, it was called
Gelato.
I don't want to give all the names. We're just giving tons of free advertising, but maybe it's not a bad thing. But they didn't pay us, so no. So we decided to go to this little hole in the wall gelato, Italian gelato place. Great. Once again, kind of off the beaten path, not easy to find, but we had looked it up. Once we got to Hilton Head, our entire TikTok feeds were all they were doing was telling us.
It's not I Googled it anymore. I TikToked it.
There you go. So we go to this place. Now, when we get there, is there a line? Yes. Every single ice cream place in Hilton Head had a line. Whatever. So when we go to this one, we're just like, oh. So we were kind of annoyed. And as we make our way into the store, because then eventually you get to be in the store and you're standing in line. First of all, see previous episodes about the sidebar, about the inside of the store. Smelled great, was beautiful, had an Italian mural on the back wall, was playing Italian songs. Like the ambiance, the aesthetic of the store, chef's kiss. Fantastic. So we get in there and we're impatient. We're impatient North Americans standing there. We want our ice cream. First world problems. We do not want to stand in line waiting for our ice cream. But here's what I noticed. So again, they already had a really good product. But what goes hand in hand with a good product? What's the customer experience? So as we were in line, I was watching. And the woman that owned this shop was the one doling out the product, right? Mm-hmm. And I started watching because I was like, why is it taking so long? This line doesn't move. What's going on? It's because the experience she was creating for every single customer, they would come up and they were not sure because there was a lot of gelato to choose from. And she was giving them a sample and she'd be like, what do you think of this? And she was having conversations. Mm-hmm. She was being present. She was pausing. She was looking at them in the eye, answering their questions, creating an experience for everyone that came through.
Yeah.
So did it take long? Yeah. But when it was our turn and we got to have that experience, I was like, oh.
This was worth it. There's a candy tier, a sugar tier. There's somebody
who a sugar tier, like someone who creates like a chocolatier.
Yeah. Yeah, but they do like
sugar,
sugar candies mm-hmm. and it's all the goopy and all the stuff like that. So they do the same thing. Like they create an experience. So like people are just lined up like a huge crowd, like just watching.
Okay, we're going to have to wrap this up. We're going to have
the fish market and the fish philosophy. It's an experience.
Oh, we're going to have to do a part 2. But that was, I ended up going back and I took a picture with this woman and I am going to do a social media post to shout her out because it was so memorable. Even she was letting us try everything and she was talking to our whole family there and we ended up going back in because she had olive oil and balsamic to put over some of the, it was a whole experience. But so you don't have to necessarily worry, will people wait for you? They will, because if you have a good product and a good experience and those things together, because you can have a really great product, but then if it's a bad experience, wah, wah, or people can have a really good experience, and a bad product, same kind of thing. They could be like, I love you, had a great experience, but I don't like what I got. Huh. So it's marrying those two together. I don't know. I kind of want to come back to that one that if you have a good experience and a bad product, because you could always change the product, to be continued. That's another deep dive.
Yeah, I think so. There's a couple deep dives on this one.
I know. It's like we have homework this time. But I would love, if you are watching, listening, I would love you to leave a comment or text us. Where do you find your information? Are you a TikToker? Are you an Instagram Reelser? Are you still Google it? Are you just... Where are you going? Are you running to Chat or Claude? Are you running to an LLM? When you're looking for something, what is your search of choice? Because this is also making me think from a marketing perspective for us, when we're working with companies and we're helping them get found, how does this change where people show up and what they need to do? Mm-hmm. The ever-changing landscape.
I was literally just thinking landscape in my head and then you said it.
Word of the day, podcast word of the day, landscape. The landscape is ever changing, just like your yard. You might need to go mow it. So until next time, go mow your yard. Tell us where you find your information and go have some ice cream because it's summer in the Midwest. And that means ice cream or gelato or custard. You can choose.
It's really funny when the ice cream truck starts coming around now and it's my husband that gets more excited than the kids.
Oh, Make sure you have some ice cream money in your pocket, but they probably will let you pay. Bing! So, we got to rock and roll, Sister Fran.
We do. As always, thank you for joining us. If you want to sponsor, you can go to the website, go down there and fill that contact form out, and we'll come to you and you can give us ice cream. And until next time, I am one of your podcast co-hosts, Tara B, with this chica,
Princess P. And together, we're your ice cream eating
Royally Unhinged. She was triggering me and I was waiting for other words, not that. So, Royally Unhinged. See you next time, friends.
And hey, don't forget that at every episode of Royally Unhinged, we hide a little Dumbledore because we are all things
Harry Bador. Bropador.
Boopadoo. I got to figure out where I put him. Oh, I know where I put him. So this season, for season 3, we have an extra teeny tiny. Cindy, did you find him? Look at the wee Dumbledore. There he is. He was hiding. He was on the purse. You can't find him anymore. So look for him every episode of season 3. This little guy will be hidden somewhere on the set.
Somewhere
over the Dumbledore,
way up high, and